Are you surprised who has absolutely shown up for you? Sometimes the people that we thought would be there 100% aren't the people that show up for us. I just knew she was going to be here for me and she was going to understand. And that's not the person who shows up for us. I have a lot of grievers that just cannot get past the part that they just knew their sister was going to be there for them 100% and she's not the one there for them. She can't move beyond that pain. The understanding of that, she just can't move beyond it. Sometimes we get really blown away by the ones that do show up for us. The neighbor that comes out every week and takes our trash out. The neighbor that stops by our house every day when he gets off work just to see how we're doing because he knows we're grieving. The neighbor who stops by for 1 year every night on his way home from work. That person. And we just get shocked by it. Because it's very quickly that the people that were there around the time of the funeral, they go back to living and they go back to their life. And even though I just knew my girlfriend was going to be here for me and she was going to check on me every day, it is very quickly that it dissipates and that they're gone. And we can make that our grief. We can make that our grieving experience. Hear me out. It is a part of the grieving experience, 100%. It is a part of your grieving experience for the people who didn't show up for you. But don't make it your grief. Your grief is what your loss was, what started this whole journey for you. That part of her not showing up for you or him not showing up for you, we can work with that. We can work with that in the middle of the grief work, but don't make that your thing. One of the things that we can do in our grieving experience is start latching onto things that we hate, things that we don't like, things that make us feel uncomfortable, and we can make our grief about that thing. We also find oftentimes, I think this example will help you, that grievers that die by murder or die by suicide, that we all of a sudden make that our mission to solve this grief. We go out of our way to figure out what was the murder about? How did it happen? We become the detective in our grief. We become this big detective. When we have a death by suicide, we find a lot of grievers, especially if there was no note, go on this mission to become the detective and figure out why this loss has occurred. Instead of grieving what their heart is feeling, they become the detective in finding out. Is it wrong to become the detective? No. But at some point, you've got to start doing the work on your much needed broken heart.